Hey, church. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. It's time for another few minutes to focus on, think about praying to our awesome God. Now, whenever I think about prayer, there's one person that comes to mind. Well, outside of the Bible, of course, and that is my grandma, Priscilla. My grandma loves me. I was the first grandchild, and she will do anything for me. Any time of day, anything I want, she will do anything for me. She just loves me to death, and I love her as well. Now, there was a couple of times a week where my grandma wasn't available to do whatever I wanted. And so there was 3 times during the week. One of those was Sunday morning, where she would go to church, and I would go with her often. Second, again, me going with her Wednesday night to church. And then the third time that she was not available to me or anybody else was Monday night from 6 to 7 because that was her prayer time. That was an hour she spent with the Lord. Every Monday from 6 o'clock to 7 p.m., everybody knows you don't bug grandma. I mean, even today, living in Colorado and grandma's back in Los Angeles, and if it's between 6 and 7 on a Monday, their time, I know exactly where grandma is. She's spending time with the Lord. She loves the Lord. And so I'm challenged by that, and it's challenging to me, and I hope to you as well. And my question for us is, can we dedicate an hour a week to prayer? Not all during the week, like adding up to an hour. I hope we're praying every day. But can we focus on having one time a week where we just pray for 1 hour, where nobody else bugs us, but that is our priority? Now, on the one hand, it seems like, well, that's not much time. That's just 1 hour, and there's so many hours in the week, and certainly the Lord deserves so much more of our time. But on the other hand, an hour can seem like a really long time to pray. Yet, I know in my life, I have no problem watching TV shows that are an hour long. In fact, right after I'm done filming this, I'm going to drive over an hour to the baseball game and sit there and watch a 3-hour baseball game and then drive home for an hour. But yet sometimes for me, it's hard to actually have an hour that I can dedicate to the Lord. And that's someone who's in ministry full time. And so it is difficult, but it is something that I'm committed to doing. And I'm going to challenge you to do if you don't do that already. And it's such a witness as well for people around us to know, oh no, that time belongs to the Lord. Their relationship with the Lord is so important. That is their time. I'm not going to bug them. That is their special time with the Lord. And it makes, I believe it makes those around question, what is it about the Lord that somebody wants to spend time with them? So I think it's a great witness as well. And so, again, as I struggle to find that hour a week, I want us to try to dedicate and focus, consecrate an hour a week to just spending time in prayer with the Lord, working on that relationship. Quite frankly, prayer is one of those disciplines that gets pushed aside, right? Because you can pray anywhere, technically. And so what happens is it's the easy thing to push away. And we'll do it later. Maybe we'll try to squeeze it in before bed. But what if we organized our lives in a way where everything else got pushed aside and everything else got squeezed into our disciplines of the faith and our prayer time with the Lord? And again, if you are not used to praying, an hour is a long time, but it's like any relationship. It takes time to build up to that. And so it is so worth it, right? Because our relationship with the Lord, although it is a relationship that we need to invest in and spend time with Him just like we do other relationships, it's not like any other relationship because the Lord is holy, is different than anybody that we know, and quite frankly, loves us more than anybody that we'll ever know, despite Him knowing everything about us, right? And so my prayer is that as a church, we would mature in this area. And I think one of the ways that we can do this is by dedicating an hour once a week to just spending with the Lord. Now, I want to pray for us, but I want to pray Psalm 19, verses 13 and 14. And just echo the heart of David when he says, "Keep back your servant also from willful sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then I will be upright. I will be blameless and innocent of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Church, be holy, be loving, be cool. I'll see you later.